Good evening. The weekend is here, and it is a weekend of fun in the town of Gordo. This is the 25th anniversary of Mule Day. The annual festival brings in over 8,000 visitors a year, and there is literally something to do for all ages. WVUA's Tommy Townsend brings us the sights and sounds of Mule Day in tonight's top story.
For 51 weekends out of the year, Gordo is just one of many small towns. But for Mule Days, it turns into the go-to event for West Alabama.
Gordo has a population of less than 2,000, and we're expected 7,000 or 8,000 people here this weekend, maybe more with this weather. And it is a unique event for a town this size to have this many people for 25 years to keep coming back to Gordo.
From hometown goods to hot fried food to bizarre products, Mule Days has a little something for everyone. One of the biggest attractions at Mule Day is the carnival, but the fun doesn't stop there.
We've got a lot of vendors, arts and crafts vendors, food vendors, homemade ice cream, snow cones, Dippin' Dots.
Organizers and festival goers alike all agree that the best part of Mule Day is how it brings the community together.
It's nice to see here tonight how many families are out here. It's not just one or two people walking up and down the street, it's families coming together, and that in the end is why you do a festival, why you do an event, is to get that family unit back together and have them come and have a good time together and make memories.
People come up and say, I haven't seen you since last Mule Day. And it's a great family event that brings people together from West Alabama and other states. And I think the reunion part of it has become the coolest thing.
Being able to come out with a family or friends and have some fun at a fair, go around shop some with some vendors, just have fun.
Reporting in Gordo,
Gordo rocks, I love Mule Day.
Tommy Townsend,
Mule Day is the best.
WVUA News.
Looks like a lot of fun. If you missed the festivities today, don't worry, because Mule Day continues tomorrow in the downtown Gordo. The parade starts at noon. Well, if you drove down McFarland Boulevard today, you may have noticed something was missing. Demolition crews knocked down the CVS pharmacy today that was located at the corner of McFarland and 15th Street. You might recall the building took a direct hit during the April 27th tornado. Since then, a small CVS mobile unit has been sitting near the property for customers to receive medications. Crews at the site feel like the community is happy to see progress made.
Yeah, I'm sure it was an eyesore for them, especially 13 months after the storm, and driving by it every day had to have been bothering several folks.
Tuscaloosa businessman Stan Payne owns the property. He has gone on record saying there are plans to rebuild a CVS at that same location. On your education watch tonight, Tuscaloosa County Superintendent's pool is now smaller. One candidate has withdrawn his name from the list, leaving only 2 people in the running. School officials say Dr. Mike Darius decided he was not a good fit for the school board. This decision comes after he received the least amount of votes at last night's school board meeting. That leaves Cherokee County School Superintendent Brian Johnson and John Jackson, superintendent from Georgia. School officials say both candidates will be interviewed next week. Brian Johnson on Tuesday and Jackson on Wednesday. Both interviews will take place at 4:30 at the Hillcrest Middle School Library. The public is encouraged to attend. After the interviews, there will be a meet and greet session. At that time, the public will have the opportunity to ask the candidates questions. Well, the Tuscaloosa High School class of 1962 is celebrating a milestone in a big way this weekend. 50 years ago today, they received their diplomas in Foster Auditorium. Tonight, they were back there for a reunion. They didn't miss a beat as they caught up with friends and reminisced about old times. The class is filled with ties to the University of Alabama. Both Paul Bryant Jr. and Susan Rose, the daughter of former university president Frank Rose, were members of the class. Class president Jim Stringer says it was special for the group to return to the university to celebrate 50 years.
We have a lot of ties, obviously, to the University of Alabama just because we grew up here. And we also had 2 students in our class who were affiliated with the University of Alabama.
And this was the first of 4 get-togethers. The group will also meet twice on Saturday and once on Sunday. Scientists are studying thunderstorms high over Alabama in hopes of determining how they spread pollution. Now, researchers are using airplanes equipped with high-tech gear, weather balloons, and other equipment to measure how thunderstorms transport, produce, and process chemicals that form harmful ozone. The study is being conducted in northern Alabama, northeast Colorado, and central Oklahoma. Lightning sensors in those regions will also be used. Well, not much in the way of bad weather today, and the question is, will that trend continue over the weekend? Time now to get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast. For that, here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Yeah, John, good Friday evening, too. Temperatures a lot cooler tonight. 66 in the city of Tuscaloosa. You stepped outdoors. Hey, it feels great out there. 58 over the Shoals and 59 back in Greenwood, Mississippi. We're all cooling off tonight. Many of us going to fall well down to the low 50s. Even some upper 40s are possible, mainly across the Tennessee Valley. We're clear across the deep south. No rain, not much cloud cover to deal with. A little batch of high-level cirrus clouds moving through, but we will stay dry and mostly sunny through your weekend plans. Saturday, Sunday looking very nice. 84 on Saturday. That'll be a high. Sunday around 90, but the hot temperatures do start to creep back in on Sunday, especially on Monday. Got your complete forecast coming up.
On your election watch tonight, new jobs, or the lack thereof, took center stage on the campaign trail today. The U.S. Labor Department says employers added only 69,000 jobs in May. That's far fewer than what was been expected after downward revisions of job numbers for both March and April. The nation's unemployment rate rose slightly to 8.2%. President Obama admits the jobs report was disappointing, but also contends the future is still bright.
But as we learned in today's jobs report, we're still not creating them as fast as we want. And just like at this time last year, our economy is still facing some serious headwinds. We will come back stronger. We do have better days ahead, and that is because of all of you.
Meanwhile, Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney dubbed the report, quote, devastating news, and used it to continue his criticism of the president's economic policies. His Republican counterparts agreed.
The tax rates that all expire at the end of the year, whether it's the sequester that's due to go into effect in January that will gut our military, or our $16 trillion national debt, our $1.3 trillion budget deficit. Maybe the president ought to get out of the badminton game and get into the rugby game that's right in front of him.
And the bad jobs report is being blamed for stocks plummeting. Wall Street suffered its worst day of the year Friday. U.S. stocks plunged more than 2%. The Dow erased all of its gains for the year, with all 30 of its divisions ending in red. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ were both down more than 10% from the year's high.